Hello everyone, I'd like to give you a short presentation on a service that I have built. It's called HealthLink Pro. It is a smart health data link solution. I'll explain what that means just in a bit. The presentation is divided into multiple parts. There is project information, market analysis, feature, architecture, workflow, and APIs. But right now I'm going to focus on explaining how the architect explaining how it works, that is the architecture, and also demonstrating the workflow. I'll also make another small video where I'll explain the analysis and the feature in details. But right now let's start uh, with a short description, and after that just focus on architecture and workflow. And also I'll give you a short uh, demo uh, by hitting various APIs and explaining you the project. So HealthLink Pro is an adapter application that facilitates secure and seamless transmission of data collected by smartwatches and other intelligent devices uh, directly to the healthcare provider. So what it means is that purpose of this service is to securely and seamlessly transfer data that is collected by smartwatch of patient directly to the doctors. And there is also explicit user consent. It ensures privacy and accuracy in sharing vital information for better care. So here what I'm trying to say is that patient can explicitly mention with whom he wants to share his data with, like which doctor or which healthcare provider he is trying to share his data to. Okay, so now let's go jump directly to the architecture. So the major components of this application is the Google Fit APIs that we are using, uh, and the Google Fit app, and there is a OTKMS and the backend, and there are two different types of databases, and the entities that are involved are doctors and patient. Also there is a front end. So let me explain what's happening. um, the data uh, of the patient is being stored by smart watches or other devices that the patient is currently using. Uh, this data is being collected is being gathered by Google Fit app, which is installed in patient's phone. The app is like continuously transferring this data to its own DB, which is a Firebase database, and our backend is fetching this data from Google Fit and uh, and using this data for presenting to the healthcare providers through front end. So, and also for user management we have MongoDB, which is connected to our backend. And for like when user is giving consent to the application, we are getting a token from Google IM, and this token Google OAuth, and we are storing that token in MongoDB. Like, but before storing the token, we are encrypting that token through OTKMS for better security. And there is a front end, as I explained, from where that data can be fetched uh, and displayed using the token that we stored in MongoDB. Okay, so that was about the architecture. mm, you can see the details that I have mentioned. Now let's see the four major like most important APIs. uh, those are oxygen saturation, blood pressure, body temperature, and slash heart rate. All of these are GAT APIs, which we are using to get the patient information, patient data. Okay, there's a link to the backend and the front end as well. So, and let me explain the user flow. What is the workflow like? A patient and the health institution can sign up to our application through front end, and the patient will need to install Google Fit app into his smartphone and register their smartwatches to the application. That is the Google Fit application. Okay, the user then needs to give consent. The user logs into our system and he gives consent to share their info that is being collected by Google Fit app to um, our application. Okay, and um, to give his access, we need a OAuth token, and he need not do anything. He just need to give access. He just needs to say yes, I'm giving the access. He needs to click yeah, accept, and we get a token. The token that is returned by OAuth server, we store that in our MongoDB post encryption through KMS, key mediation service, and the patient can then select in our app which doctor or health institution they want to share the data with, and the doctor will be able to view the information of the patient by logging to the system. But he or she will be able to view the information of patients who has given their access to the uh, doctors. Okay, now the back end, in our back end, you remember we stored a token that we earlier fetched. We'll use that token to get the Google data from the Google APIs, and those data will be presented to the doctor in the doctor's dashboard. So let me show how this works through Postman collection that I have built. Let's start. So first, let's see. Let's sign up. So here, as we can see, the sign up was successful. The doctor is trying to sign up. Okay, now let's see. Now our patient signed up and it is successful. Now let's add doctor to the access list. Let's see. Okay, Dr. Raima can access the data of patient Vishal. Okay, that was also successful. Now let's try to access blood pressure data of the patient. Let's see if it works. User has not provided access to Google OAuth token. As you can see, we registered the user, but we did not provide the access. Like we did not do anything to provide the access of the Google Fit data to the to our application. Okay, so to do that, we'll log in Chrome, and as the patient, this is a patient Vishal 139. Now yes, we logged in. Now let's do a Google Auth. Okay, Google has not verified this app. This is showing because our application is not yet verified by Google. Now let's continue, no problem. Here you can see the data that we are trying to get access to, get hold of. It's like heart rate, body temperature, oxygen saturation, and blood pressure. We'll select all and we'll say continue. The user success. We have received the authentication token and the backend has sent a success message. Now let's see if we are able to get the blood pressure data. Yeah, okay, as you can see, there are various data points that we have got. Okay, like 120, 80 systolic and diastolic blood pressures. We can see them right now. Okay, now let's for example, suppose a new doctor signs up. This data can actually be presented way better through a front end, but right now I'm showing only in the Postman collection. Now for example, let's think that a new doctor signs up. Let's see, the sign up was successful. Now let's try to the new doctor signed up and is trying to access the data of the patient. Let's see if he's able to. Patient is not accessible. The patient is not accessible we have because we have not given access. uh, the patient has not given access to this new doctor. As we can see, the here the patient gave his access to the old doctor, that is Raima, but here this patient Vishal has not given access to the new doctor. Okay, we also have APIs for getting list of doctors. See, there is Raima and there is a new doctor. Then we have patients, Right now we have registered only one patient, but we can register as many as we want. Then there are three more data points, health data points, that is body temperature, oxygen saturation, and heart rate. Okay, most of the data points are empty because I've not stored them. Okay, but we can store them and we can connect it with the smartwatch, and then it will maybe automatically record those data points. Then there is for oxygen saturation and heart rate as well. Now okay, yeah, okay, as you can see, this is a heart rate that I earlier measured. So, or maybe let's demonstrate how the heart rate works. So what I'll do is I'll cast my phone to the screen. Now you can see my phone screen. Okay, now let's go to Google Fit and try to record the vitals. Let's record heart rate. Actually this app has a feature to record heart rate. Okay, get started. So what I'm doing is I am just recording. Make sure that you are in a well lit room and turn your torch. Okay, okay, yeah. So I've turn on my torch, and you can see it's detecting pulse, and we can see graph. This data will later be persisted to their databases, the Firebase database, and we will be able to fetch this data through our API. Okay, now let's see if it works. My ppm, it's 90 91. Okay, let it complete. Yeah, measurement complete. And if I click save measure, then okay, uh, okay, so yeah, I think it got completed. Now let's see. So as you can see, at this place we don't have any data, but right now if I send it again, as we can see, the data has uh, there is data now, right? There are three same data three times. Okay, and so right now I explicitly triggered the blood pressure count, but through my phone. But suppose if I had a watch, a smart watch, then I could have there are mechanism where it auto triggers the data collection, and we can see it in our dashboard. So that was my presentation, and thank you.